33 minutes. He scored 30 yesterday, hit 11 shots. We're set for the tip, and it's controlled by the team in black. Kind of a home game for these guys with the campus about 10 minutes away.
Boogie Flan gets the assignment on Tyler Tanner to start with. Lee on Duke Miles. And that is a challenge.
Well, here's Miles, tries to go downhill on Lee. Penetrates deep, got bumped. Now Okereke has a wide open three that comes up short. He had a lot of those opportunities yesterday as well. As we take a look at the Gator lineup, a 26-16, just 2 losses in conference. And it's an 8-man rotation. Those were starting 5. Chenula finds a cutting Hauk. He can't get it to go. Good interior defense by Okereke. Nichols, a streak shooter. He's been right now in a slump, but that guy can get it going any minute. And Tanner has a step on Hauk. Okereke thought about it. Now Tanner is wide open, and he gets that one to go.
Big time decision by Okereke. A little bit of a boomerang pass from Tyler Tanner. Whips it right back. Good start for 3 in black.
And a good hands there from Duke Miles. Again, as Jimmy emphasized yesterday, and every Florida game we do, they want to immediately go to the other end of the court after a ball goes through the basket.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Tyler Tanner whips that thing to Okereke and whips it right back. That's called a boomerang pass. And this Vanderbilt team, they are so good offensively and so fast with their actions.
Chenula goes a little jump hook that rattles around and in. Ruben Chenula, 6'10", 265 out of Nigeria. Had 20 in the earlier matchup against Vanderbilt. 16 of those in the second half.
SEC Defensive Player of the Year. He will be the National Defensive Player of the Year as well.
It's a really good matchup here, and that's a high arcing one. How about the defense by Hauk? And they're running out again. Count the number of times they try to score within the first 5-6 seconds. There's Flan doing it right there.
Took it 6 seconds, 24 on that shot clock. Boy, they just flood the floor with speed, don't they? Floor at all 5 spots, hyper aggressive. They have different looks in their transition offense, which is kind of unique.
Thomas Hauk, who played great defense there. He's 6'9", but he plays about 7'2". Locked in goes hard. Nope, that's Chenula's body there that forced him to the floor.
Oh, Chenula out on that ball screen coverage and then gets back to protect the rim. He is a special dude, 9 in white.
Xavier Lee, part of the group that didn't shoot particularly well, but he did make that big shot down the stretch, which stretched out an early lead. Miles to Tanner, and an easy one.
That Vanderbilt defense is scrappy and gritty. They play with a lot of moxie. They're a small team. But man, are they good sending the second defender and getting rip steals.
Condon will not take that 3. Instead, he bangs into Okereke, and that was 2 guys who collided, and they're going to call the foul on A.K. Okereke. Mark Byington's done an unbelievable year. They started this year 16-0. Like Jimmy said yesterday, they own the non-conference. They carried the flag for the SEC. Really good on the road. Tanner and Miles are the 2 guys that make this whole thing move. And they are number 8 offense, according to KenPom. Florida's 10, which is why we expect to track meet today.
Yeah, no doubt. Both teams very comfortable and confident getting up and down the floor. Vanderbilt, they only get 10 offensive rebounds a game. So their first shot today has to be a really high percentage. We don't get a lot of second ones.
Lee, he tried to swing it. That's good defense. And another turnover early. That was a problem for them yesterday.
I just don't think the fans understand how good this Vanderbilt defensive team is. They are a high IQ group. They know when to gamble, when not to. They throw you different looks on the ball screen coverage, keep you guessing, and they are lightning quick.
Chandler Bing, who is a terrific freshman, big body. He's on the floor now. As Miles kicks it, Okereke will be given another chance. Yeah, he gets one to go.
Bradley, that's really good action. That's great action. Okereke sets the back screen on Chenula. Chenula then gets attracted to the ball, and he just simply pops out wide open.
Jalen Washington also on the floor for Vanderbilt. That hedge by Washington to cause Lee. And that's a near rip away and a jump ball that will stay with Florida. But boy, feisty defense from Vandy early.
I saw this Vanderbilt team down in the Battle for Atlantis back in November, and I just sensed that they had an edge about them and a fight about them that's uncommon. Look at the black jerseys converge on that ball. Well, the reason why Florida made only 3 out of 23s yesterday. Gambling just a little bit early with Mark Mine, sending all that black jerseys to the white.
Tanner, great defense. Flan forced it up, and it's an offensive rebound for the Gators, who are as good as any team in the nation at second chance opportunities. Their philosophy is there's no such thing as a bad shot, because even if we miss, we're likely to get the rebound. And it turns into 2 points for Chinyelu.
Not only do they get offensive rebounds, they convert them into points at a very high rate. Last year, they were getting offensive rebounds and throwing them out for threes. This year, they get offensive rebounds and go right through your chin.
Miles in the corner. Condon forced him basically out of bounds, and that led to a turnover. And the alley-oop to out. That was beautiful between two best friends.
And I talk about the different looks that Florida has in transition, Ravi. That time it was Chinyelu running to the rim, attracting that first defender back, and it's just a wide open alley for Houck to run down for the lob.
And Condon has got over 100 assists. As a big man this season, one of 3 dudes on this team with 100 assists.
He's the best passing big man that Florida has ever had, and they've had some good ones.
Tanner shakes Chinyelu and gets the friendly roll here about 20 minutes from where he grew up.
Small guard, but can absolutely get his own separation about any time he wants. Lightning quick.
Houck just plays so much taller than a 6'9" measurement. As Condon bats all the way in and now throws up a jump hook, and it will roll over and in.
That is their version of bully ball. They get a little bit of a mismatch and just clear out that middle third and let Condon, Chinyelu hand locked and go to work.
Washington free throw line extended. Knocks that one down. Good shooting early for Vanderbilt today. They're 5 out of 8. McLaughlin, a former football player, against an Australian rules football player in Condon. Houck hustles into the corner. Did he do it? Tough enough 5-on-5. If you fall down, it's 5-on-4. We're going to have no chance. So we'll ask Mike Tara to track falling down.
Yep, good thing we're on a wood court. No slippage here.
Lee, great defense again, and Jaden Leverett is in the game. He had to go off him. Big number 34. He's a freshman who does provide some size. 6'11", 265, 270.
Yeah, and to your point, you just throw as many big bodies in as you have available. If you're Mark Mine today, Vanderbilt's been playing about 7.5 guys. He might go to 8 because of the front line that he's up against.
McLaughlin, that former football player, claimed he had the best hands of anybody in Georgia when he was playing, dealing with Condon. Chinyelu just throw it up there and somebody go get it, and it was him who went to get it.
He throws that thing up, his shoulders are square and just knocks people out of the way. Great offensive rebound, are great at getting their own, and that's Ruben Chinyelu.
Nickel on Condon. Chinyelu knows it, so he throws it down to him. Volleyballs it out to Brown, who launches a high arcing 3 that's no good. And Tanner, literally like a fly, just got knocked away by Chinyelu. Then he dribbled and they stole it. Miles steps into one and he got it.
Head coach, Providence also looking right now. He'll be a tremendous hire in that part of the country. He's from just outside the Buffalo area, former Nate Oates assistant at Alabama. Vandy really pressuring up top. There is no high-low if there is no high. And Vanderbilt's taking it away with ball pressure.
Brown again. That one is no good. Great box out by McLaughlin on Condon to keep him off. Miles has seen it go through the basket. Does he want to do it again? He kicks it to McLaughlin. Tanner gives it back to him. Oh, no good. Chinyelu's on the ground, so they got an extra shooter, and it's Miles who can't get it to go.
Alex Condon just playing center fielder as a defender, completely backing off of McLaughlin, the help defender, and he's 6'11".
He wants to go one-on-one against 99.
Gonna bring help.
3 different moves, and he comes up just short. Look at Chinyelu there battling. And they say it stays with Florida. Ruben Chinyelu was on his knees again, hustling for the basketball.
And I saw Ruben Chinyelu about a month ago. I stayed after practice, and he was going through a lot of drills with the student managers for about 20 minutes, Ravi. You can say a lot about this guy, his heart, his toughness, his gratefulness, his thankfulness coming through that NBA Academy Africa. But after that 20 minutes of working with managers, I watched him go to every single one of them and say, hey, man, thanks for staying and working me out. That just uncommon stuff I think we got to point out with a guy like Chinyelu.
Really good call by KB Burdett, part of our veteran officiating crew here. And again, more bodies on the ground. Condon was down there. Gators have missed their last 8. So maybe some carryover from yesterday's poor shooting performance. McLaughlin will try. That's way short.
With this conversation right now.
Play resumes. 17-14, under 10 to go here in half number 1. Lee into the paint. And he got stuck in there, and now with 14 seconds on the clock, Condon and Flan go 2-man game. And he lost it on the way up, and that is going to be out of bounds off Florida.
It's that hot hand action that Vanderbilt plays with defensively. I think they're the best in the league. Coming at the ball when the ball's in the gaps with 2 hands, not fouling. They're so clever and quick with the reach-ins.
Look at the close and the switch from Hauk right away to Condon, which gives Miles now a step, and he's going to get a chance. And again, when you see it go through once, man, you want to keep seeing it. And Miles now is up to 7 points to match Tanner for the team lead.
Yeah,
there you got Condon with a moving screen.
The Ravi, that doesn't get called unless Tyler Tanner, the all-defensive players, putting heat on that basketball. A lot of teams never get called because they're not lighting up that ball. But look at Tyler Tanner, man. He is determined. He's low. He's quick. Bam. And just takes a hard hit.
Washington with 8. Squares up. Got it.
You're going to have to make some tough twos against the number 5 defense in the country, and that was one of them.
23-14. Washington's first basket yesterday came on that alley-oop from Miles late in the game. Lee's 3. Way off. Hauk.
So well, January, February, and 40% in the month of March coming into this tournament. I think it's a one-off, but certainly starting to play in the minds of Florida fans a little bit right now. Not maybe Todd Golden as well.
Free throws ended an 11-0 run. They swung it to McLaughlin, stepped into it, and he got the 3 to go. He's wide open.
That is on Tyler Tanner. He knew for the first bounce of the basketball, he was coming right back to McLaughlin up top. And just high IQ play by the team in black.
Fland. That's a good 3 for Boogie Fland.
That is a great sign. A 50% three-point shooter during the month of February. Been huge for Florida.
Because they're so aggressive in their switching, you've got to be able to handle the ball, and Miles and Tanner do that as well as anybody.
Oh, he overpassed, right? Overpassed. And that Vanderbilt offense, 6 assists on their 8 makes. Yeah. Really moving the ball well.
They bring Leverett back in, the big guy there. He's on Chinyelu. Quick to the basket. No, he can't get that to go. Condon, though, rips the offensive rebound. That's no good. Hauk's tip no good. Chinyelu's under there. Now they have 3.
Florida walked off the corner of Memorial Gym with a gator chomp that
it's a great
Vanderbilt was going to play with all kinds of intensity in this game. It's just part of it. We got a real ball game because of it.
Lee. Another three that doesn't go in, and there's that size. Leverett can match the size of Condon, Chinyelu, and Hauk.
Manny has gotten to the third side of the floor multiple times in this game, moving that Florida defense. Got a look.
Yeah, Nickel needs to see it go through, and he does. He finally knocks down a hooking three.
Don't celebrate.
No, down the other end, literally in 4 seconds, they get 2 points.
And literally, if you're Tyler Tanner or Duke Miles, you've got to get back at least by being in the vicinity of Ruben Chinyelu, because he can outrun your bigs, talking about Chinyelu. So much rim pressure on you, these Florida Gators do after a make or a miss.
McLaughlin. Air ball, Leverett. Oh, boy, that's a bonus, too, from Jaden Leverett.
What a big body that Mark Byington has thrown in there. Only averages 5 minutes a game in conference play, but the game dictates who you put on the floor.
Watch it. Condon right at him. Good defense by Leverett. Picked off by Nickel. He's got an idea. Throws it up and in traffic. Gets the minutes that he needs out of Leverett, so he sits the big guy down. He brings Washington back into the game. Tanner gets it to him. He's got the entire lane and hand locked in his way, so he opts to use the valve that McLaughlin was. 7 on the shot clock for Miles. Worked his way right into Handlockton, who just was there to swallow it up. Clashar. Corner to Brown. Baseline hard drive. Stuffed by the rim. Condon offensive rebound. And another one.
The speed of Condon, it's hard to measure the importance of it. 6'11" and wins the foot race from rim to rim about 9 out of 10 times.
13 offensive rebounds. 10 second chance points for Vanderbilt.
Ball gotten stuck on the left side of the floor this possession. Finally gets reversed.
Miles trapped. You got McLaughlin, who launches a long one that's spot on.
Ravi, he's a natural forward that had to play the 5 last year, but you do trust his release. Doesn't make a lot of them, but capable of stretching out the bigs of Florida.
His 9 lead the way now for Vanderbilt. Balanced attack so far for the Commodores, who lead by 12. Condon throws one up softly. Boy, does he have a nice touch.
That is the pressure release right now for Todd Golden. When things start going a little bit south, he just jackhammers the ball inside. Condon is option number 1.
Alley-oop down low. Handlockton was there. Picked up his own, and it's going to be...
...of this game, reminding him they want to go win a championship too. Challenging these guys to up their energy.
Well, Byington's gone back to Leverett here, Jimmy. Leveraging his size.
I'm not sure if Vanderbilt's playing harder, but they are playing better.
There's a steal from Tanner. He's got Handlockton coming with him. Oh, what a beautiful play by a savvy guard.
He is going to be a surprise guard in the NBA because of all the things he does. He is dynamic as a defender.
Condon will fire a 3. That looked great.
He has struggled all year long and kind of rebooted himself and became a kick-your-butt guy, but every once in a while, you tempt him and he will rise and fire.
The best part about that, Jimmy, no hesitation.
None. Tyler Tanner's hands are as good defensively, Ravi, as I've seen in this league since I've been covering it. And that has been a while.
Washington pulls up. They're shooting really well right now, and that's why they got themselves this lead.
Vanderbilt has played so well the first 18 and a half minutes of this first half. Can they close it out and even build on the lead?
Oh, Brown, that is a Pat Adams offensive foul.
Moves his feet well. What a first half so far for Vanderbilt in their hometown.
A little Half-court pressure here. That shooting that I talked about, Jimmy, they made 10 of their last 13 shots.
Florida's going to go zone right now. Man, this is a danger with a guy like Duke Miles and Tyler Tanner that can rise and fire.
And Nickel. Not there, though, and Houck picks it up. Condon's all the way down the other end, and he picks it up. He's got Chinyelu down low. Houck, no, too strong, and he volleyballs it to Washington. He frees himself up. Miles rises.
Ravi, to your point, the longer this lead continues for Vanderbilt, the more the crowd gets behind the team in black, right?
Yeah, you can feel it. About a 12-second differentiation between shot and game clock. Good hands by Miles to knock it free. He's got Tanner ahead of him, but he'll do it himself. Then he lays it up off the window. 15-point lead, 15 seconds to go.
Just smothering defense, harassing defense by the team in black so far. It's weak and then kind of levels you off, and there's the first change. Florida comes out in zone.
Yeah, right away. In that first meeting in which Florida won 98-94, they did start the second half on a 16-5 run. See if that can repeat itself. 16-5 to open up the second half in the first meeting.
That'd be zone two-man by Florida.
Yeah, Miles kicks, Okereke wide open, knocks down a three, and a good pass by Miles.
What a start, man. Those Vanderbilt guards. Now 9 assists, only 1 turnover between Duke Miles and Tyler Tanner. Just getting about anything they want against this Florida defense, man or zone.
Lead 16. 10 on the shot clock. They go down low to Condon with 5. He spins. He may have hooked, and he did. Okereke. Pat Adams saw it. He used that arm to... Now Florida is going to apply some full-court pressure.
I'm telling you, give each coach one challenge, whatever you want to call it per half, and let's get back to getting games back to around 2 hours and increase the flow, and I think increase the product on the floor as well.
Question, the interest in that time, Chinyelu got his fingers right into the eye of Okereke. The foul is called. Okereke, it's a great story in its own right. He is a Cornell transfer, and he was originally a walk-on at Cornell. He kind of had in the back of his mind as a high schooler, a very intelligent, smart kid, knew he was going to go to a good school for his education, and thought maybe I'm capable of playing. He had a chance to go to UCLA or Cornell. He walked on at Cornell because he figured I got a better chance to walk on at Cornell than UCLA, and he's become a massively productive player in a power conference for Vanderbilt.
I think some of the Cornell basketball players even found him on campus and said, hey, we're having trials. We think you can help us. And now he finds himself a starter on a SEC team.
They freed up Nickel, but again, no good inside, and they get Lee with a hold on McLaughlin.
Part of the problem when you're Florida or any team, when you switch 1 through 5, you can find yourself in a disadvantage when the ball's shot. That time, Lee, the starting 2 guard, gets locked up with McLaughlin and has to hold to keep 99 off the glass.
Okereke, just to pay off his story, Cornell told him at one point, you're not ready to play for us.
Yeah.
Then he had to come back and do it again, and they said maybe we were wrong in our assessment initially. 8 on the shot clock. Miles, tricky dribbling against Condon. To his right, laid it up. No, he went with that left just to try to avoid having it blocked. Condon just too strong at that point.
Well, that's going to be the comeback offense for Todd Golden. And this is a team that won the national title last year with a guard play being the comeback offense. It's going to be on the front line of Houck, Condon, and Chinyelu right now.
Vanderbilt keeps shooting at the clip they did in the first half, which was over 50%. Miles tries again. That's too strong with the reverse. And again, that's the size and the physicality of Florida, the block threat. short and left. Condon offensive board ripped away by Miles.
Vandy has won about 80% of the 50-50 balls in this game. Just faster at all 5 spots.
Tanner, beautiful dribbling, soft touch off the window.
How good is he? Weighs about 165 pounds, but contact doesn't bother him. You can never knock him off balance. Plays with his feet underneath him. Understands how to get that ball high on the glass. He is tremendous.
First Commodore in double figures. Tanner with 11. Lee corner 3. Yes.
That will help the inside game as well. If not, that Vanderbilt defense can just shrink bodies around those front line of Florida.
Oh boy, Okereke, and they call a block.
He benches 2 Tyler Tanners.
So you got to circle that play as Bing went up in traffic against one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Came down with the rebound and made the 3-point field goal there, or the 2 and then the free throw. It's the largest deficit Florida has faced this season.
Chandler Bing is strong as an ox, 7 in black, and originally committed to Texas State. Just an Atlanta tough kid is how he plays the game.
Out to his buddy Condon. Bing is there to foul him. Pull the curtains back, but you will see never before seen footage and sound from the players and the coaches. It is truly a behind-the-scenes look at this SEC men's basketball tournament.
Yeah, you'll see some conversations. I'm looking at Mark Byington right now. He and I talked earlier this year. Yeah, so when you have that team that you trust in a timeout, I really listen to my guys. What are you seeing? What are you confident in? And once they tell me that, it's up to me to kind of guide them through the blind spots that they're not seeing. That's such a big deal in March, man, when you trust your team that much.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And as he said to us yesterday, too, it's a smart team. You know, they pick up on things not only in between practices, they pick up on things in games.
You can make changes, and they pull it off at a high level.
Those 2 free throws missed there, and then they rebound by Vanderbilt. Here's Bing feeling it. Oh, boy, it's Chandler Bing Day.
Yep. He is making some new friends now in Nashville. The second semi today. I will say this about Darius Acup. We'll talk about it more during the game. I think he's going to go top 3 in the draft. I would not be hesitant about taking him number 1, and I'll tell you why during that Arkansas game.
J.B. Burdett, he saw Klafschar and I think Tanner getting tied up when they blew the whistle.
It has been
called it on Okereke.
Sorry, Ray. It's been a long time since Florida has felt like this within a game. Even in their early season losses, they were in there, you know.
No doubt. They haven't trailed by more than 20 since February 1st of 2025. That was a 20-point loss to Georgia
over a year ago.
Yeah, this is uncharted waters, and it's 10:35 to play in the second half. And they shoot themselves back into it because they've been cold from 3. And Lee gives it to Houck with 5. By Nickel! Wow. Whoa! A determined flush from Thomas Houck.
That was ridiculous.
And he just picked up a foul there on Tanner. You mentioned the ability of the Vanderbilt guards to dribble through traffic, but no one was stopping this.
Now look at the seal-off inside. I think it was Chinlu on the backside, but man, the explosiveness and the pop that this kid brings. That's off of 1 over an athletic guy like McLaughlin who had SEC football offers. Again, Vanderbilt just not going to turn it over, and it's hard to come back.
Well,
Just as I say it.
Nope, he doesn't. Tanner speed there to keep it alive. They got to hurry, though, with 6 on the shot clock, and another bad pass that falls on the hands of Nickel, who's going to have to throw up a fadeaway.
It's their day.
Oh, boy, it may be.
It is their day.
It may very well be. There should have been 2 turnovers on that possession. Klafschar. They're not going to go quietly, though, the Gators. They are not going to go quietly.
Florida's going to have to increase the pressure defensively and try to create something off their defense.
Tanner pulls up. That's a little short. Here's Houck with a chance to further cut into this lead. He is determined to take it all the way, and Washington met him at the rim.
Yeah, determined, maybe slash stubborn, because Washington was just sitting there waiting on it. This needs to be a calm down possession for Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I'm not sure if Bing does. They're going to call it underneath point. I should say 20-point lead for Vanderbilt. Condon missed an easy one, and it's low, and it's picked up by Nickel.
About every interior shot for Florida in this game, there's been multiple black jerseys in that airspace.
They've had 10 missed layups.
Ravi, Florida's average two-point shot on the year is from 5 feet, and they've missed a ton of them today.
McLaughlin. Oh,
yeah. It might be their day, and it might be their tournament.
By 25 points today. Again, now you got to go back to the last 3 years,
Man,
as far as the largest deficit goes.
sometimes you just got to sit there and take it.
Under 8, Chinyalu has it, and they're going to get a call on Washington with a hold. Any foul by Florida sends Vanderbilt to the free throw line. Vanderbilt's now only got 5 fouls. Well, this has not been the coming out party because he's been there, but I mean, Chandler Bing is getting minutes based on what he's done both offensively, defensively, and rebounding wise.
The future all-SEC player, 7 in black. Might be a first-team all-SEC defender next year.
Chinyalu straight up, Bing kisses it off the glass.
Ravi, it's hard when you can't come down and make back-to-back threes and get a run going. Florida's comeback offense is not what it was a year ago.
They get it over half court. Seriously, Bing. As Houck looks to the scoreboard, he's got 3 fouls now. McLaughlin to make it a perfect no. 14 of 14 before that miss from Vanderbilt in the free throw line. Houck, that is off to the left. Chinyalu's in traffic. The whistle blows. Pat Adams from behind saw a hold. Kerricky grabbed the shirt.
Robbie, we'll see what happens remaining 7:15 of this game, but Florida certainly came to Nashville without their A game. This thing's not over, but this is a team that many feel like, and I'll put myself in that group as well, that's capable of winning the national title this year, but oh, they got to get right.
Yep, Leverett gets whistled, and they're blowing whistles a little. Handling, he gets it, and quickly gets rid of it.
1 turnover right still between Duke Miles and Tyler Tanner.
Yep, and he just dribbled through 2 guys to get over on the timeline within 10 seconds.
You got 2 guys that can close you out off the bounce, and they can close you out at the free throw line, talking about Miles and Tanner.
Miles sees a lane, uses that to get Chinyalu, but he slipped, and he's going to get called for the walk.
Yeah, he did, and Ruben Chinyalu was put in a tough spot because Duke Miles is a jet coming downhill. And Chinyalu fought, though, to keep his chest right there in the grill of Duke Miles and forced to travel.
If you're just tuning in and you're seeing Vanderbilt 76, Florida 54, how in the world did that happen? Vanderbilt's defense has been terrific. His flank drives to the left and puts it back up and in, so it's now a 20-point deficit. Vanderbilt has shot really well. They got the crowd on their side, and Florida has not shot very well. 50-50 ball, and it goes into the hands of McLaughlin. The football player goes down to the ground to recover the fumble.
They have won 80% of those balls today.
Yeah, and Nickel can't get the 3 to go. Leverett. They've won the 50-50 balls.
Yeah. Only 3 punt could grab it away from them as well.
Could Houston jump if Arizona
They could,
loses?
no doubt.
Shinyulu goes up and rattles it in. They're chipping away at it, trying to. The clock goes to 5:38.
They are, but Vanderbilt's defense is making Florida's comeback offense be tough too. You can live with that every time.
3 ball handlers in Miles, Tanner. And he tried to dribble through, and that didn't work. Boy, great balance by Lee to stay inbounds and stay on his feet. Land, a fadeaway, yep, all bottom.
Duke Miles has to make better decisions right now in the press offense. That's a good option right there. Pressure release at the back line, the timeline.
Byington calls on a play. Tanner has that ball on a string.
Mark Byington is going to guard his own team a little bit here, Rav. I mean that as a compliment with the play calls.
Ooh, an alley-oop, and it worked yesterday late. It worked again to the same guy.
He has been outstanding. I think you could say he's the best defender in this game today. And boy, his offense has been right on spot as well.
80 points against the Florida defense for Vanderbilt with 4.5 to go. Lee, and an easy layup for the Princeton transfer.
That's okay. There's no quick threes by Florida.
Now Tanner falls down. They got a chance for one. Lee, wow, 4-point win. Maybe we've sort of underestimated Vanderbilt, and now that Miles is completely healthy, they're a little bit better than they've been, and they've been very good.
Well, Vanderbilt, I'll be shocked if they're not in that second weekend or beyond. They're too good at the guard play, and they're too well coached. Got enough size to hang with anybody. Obviously, they did it today with the Florida Gators.
17, now 15 with 50 seconds.